Oh, hang on. I think that could be why, because the cord wasn't plugged in. How are we doing now, folks? Yes, I touched buttons. Well, no, to be perfectly honest, what I did was I took the laptop outside. So, yeah. You hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Apologies, you're going to have to deal with the fact that I'm wearing the headset because it's a little bit windy out and I couldn't get the directional boom to work. So, anyway. What I was saying is it's a beautiful sunny day here in... Blenders, I swear to God, if I listen and I'm actually talking, I'm booting you. Right. Okay. Apologies. Anyway, as I was saying, beautiful sunny day here in the communist state that is under Albo and Labour, where we can absolutely talk about everything under the sun that is non-controversial in any way, shape or form. So, just enjoying the beautiful sunshine, cracking a beer, and we're going to cook a barbecue. So, hope everyone's doing well. But it's been one of those days. I was able to enjoy the beautifulness that is. I was able to go out, spend time with the family, go to the shops. I was a little bit disappointed by the turnout at Safeway. I had seen that some supermarkets had actually done the place up and that sort of thing. I suppose in this beautifully diverse suburb here in Melbourne, there was absolutely no reason for them to fly the Australian flag. So, I mean, I personally fixed that. I flew the flag outside the house today, and I have every intention of leaving that up there for the foreseeable future. So, we'll just have to wait and see exactly what happens. But you've got me probably for at least 40, 45 minutes, because we're going to cook the standard Australian barbecue, and as you can see, I have learnt from others, I'm not going to be coming to you from the hostage-taking position. I have, however, blurred the background just because, you know, I don't need people working out from the blades of grass exactly where I live. So, what do we got? Summer in Oz, Hayden in a t-shirt. Look, I'm always in this sort of t-shirt. It's just my uniform now. It's just easy. But yes, it is a balmy... Oh, shit. Hang on. What do we say? Yeah, I got to do it. Lady Overlaw'd's like, it's 30 degrees. Yeah, I realise that, but what's that in Fahrenheit for those of you in America? C2F. I should just have it. It's 86 degrees. 86 degrees, and it is currently 10 to 7 in the evening. So, where's my apron? I don't wear an apron. Sometimes Lady Overlaw'd wears nothing but an apron, but that's about the gist of the usage of aprons in our household. So, let's get this started, shall we? Whoop. Give me one sec. Don't need the side burner, do need the mains. Oop, no. There we go. Fire! Oop, that's a little too high. And apparently it's a little windy. So, yes, it is nice and toasty outside. So, we are starting with the traditional chicken wings. So I didn't bother marinating them myself this year just because I didn't have time. But these are going to take approximately 40 minutes. At about the 35-minute mark, I'll get the rest of the red meat on. I prefer to overcook the chicken than anything else, mainly because I'm not going to be eating it. So I can keep the heat. Well, you know. Sweetheart, would you mind bringing me a pair of scissors? Or better yet, my barbecuing knife that I seem to have left behind? Yes, the big sharp barbecuing knife that I can't show on screen. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm also going to need it for the actual barbecue. I've got everything else. I got my tongs, I got my digital thermometer so that I don't give any of us food poisoning. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But are you even a bloke if you don't do that? So, hello, Barb. Hope you're doing well. It is quite a lovely day, if I'm perfectly honest. It's a lovely day for a barbecue. It is not a total fire ban, which I'm very happy to hear. And it's it's a lovely day. And you know what? To all those that were out protesting today, whichever side you were on, I hope you at least got to enjoy the sunshine. Even if you were on the wrong side of history and you're protesting, well, that's entirely up to you. I'm not really going to make any sort of innuendo or comment about how you're complete and utter retards. So, thank you, my dear. Oh, you're going to open that for me? Reading before that Sejuna's SA reached 49 degrees today. What? Apparently Sejuna in South Australia reached 49 today. Oh, you brought the flag? Thank you, sweetheart.
Don't know if you're allowed to fly that on.
Well, I mean, she can't be on screen, but she can probably fly the flag, so you can come stand around here if you want.
I don't know.
Or you can just give me the flag, either way.
Is that going to offend someone?
Well, look, it will probably offend someone, but at this point, I don't care. Because at this point, it's all retroactive, so I've probably already pissed everybody off. Because of the social media ban, because Albanese decides that... See? Oop, no, that's not gonna...
My flag.
Oh, your flag? Okay, your flag. So...
Flag.
The camera's up there, sweetheart.
Flag. Now, yes, I am defending you.
Oh, you're defending, are you?
There you go.
This is Australia land.
This is Australia. That's my good little brainwashed little girl, isn't it? Oh, oil. Would you mind getting spray oil for me?
Spray or...
Oh, either way. Actually, probably not the spray. I don't need a flare-up.
Wait, Daddy, can I be your servant?
Can you be my servant? You're my daughter. You're already my servant. Ooh, that's going to piss off the feminists. Well, look, if you really want to, that'd be very, very nice. So,
What should I clap for you?
what do you want to do for me? How about you go and get that from Mummy and bring it to me?
Okay.
Do I have another one that says oi oi oi? Very much I wish, but no, not so much. Thank you. Alright, let's get this party started. Here, you want to hold the chicken for me for a second? Thank you. Oh. What do you mean it looks gross? It's chicken. Alright. Get the grill kind, not the car oil. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Munchkins? Your Australia hat? I have no idea where you put that, sweetheart. You left it in the car? Okay. Alright, you want to take that and put it in the bin for me? Thank you. Alright, honey soy marinade chicken nibblies are on the grill. And we are at the 14-minute mark, so just so I know when I actually need to get them off the grill. Listen to that sizzle. Had Korean chicken for summer. Sweet. I was actually trying to decide because they've got these new packet chickens at the supermarket. One of which is like chicken karage, and the other is actually, you know what, I'm going to turn off the main burner for the second because I only need the plate for the chicken. They've got like chicken karage, and they've got South Korean chicken, and I kept thinking to myself, is it going to be anywhere near as good as actual Korean chicken? Oh, there goes the flag. And I doubt it. So, but at some point I'm going to give it a go. So.
And remember, this is Australian.
Munchkin, you can have CPS banging on the door because someone's going to call up and say that we brainwashed you into believing you're Australian.
I don't care.
Well, I care.
I don't care. I can knock on the door.
Oh, is that right?
It's our land.
Whoa, careful there, Munchkins. You're going to get me into trouble. Jeepers. That actually will get me in trouble. North Korean chicken is an empty bag. Bal wants to know how long he's timed out for. 10 minutes. You can absolutely... Hang on, here, pass them here so I can show them off. Whoop.
I'll get it. Did I go get the cups?
We got plates. All very Australiana. You can go and get the cups if you want to show off the cups. That's fine, I've got no issues with that.
We got this one, or we got the animal one?
You know what? Let's mix it up. Let's go the animal ones.
Okay.
Absolutely, honesty of children. They're from the mouths of babes, they say. So, alright, get some of that marinade going. So I didn't myself go to any of the protests today, which... It sounds like my presence wouldn't have been noticed, which I'm very happy about. Oop, hang on. So she's very happy because she managed to get some paper cups. They've got like kangaroos and echidnas and like Australian flags and koalas. So
I'm going to start opening them.
he just said a word showing his knowledge of the Australian vernacular. Well, I'll teach you a new word, Belle. Shit, see you next Tuesday. Which is exactly what you were being, and that's why you got timed out.
Okay. 3 cups for the 3 of us.
3 cups for the 3 of us? Atta girl. Would you mail me a signed Aussie flag? Let me see if I can find that one that wasn't actually made in China, and I'll think about it. Alright, where are we? It's been 4 minutes. I probably don't need to... Actually, you know what? No, I can probably do the first turn on the chicken wings at least. So how are those of you that are shivering through all this stuff going on in the US? Oh look, Munchkin, chicken feathers.
You said not eat chicken feathers. Dad, I want to be able to see myself on there.
Well, you're not allowed to, sweetheart. You're going to have to take that with elbow. It's got nothing to do with me.
If you're watching this...
Oh, Albanese isn't going to watch this. He might have one of his little Twinkie Dink staffers watching to see whether or not people make fun of him, but...
Yeah, but if you are watching this, you should know what...
A foot of snow, spent 5.5 hours shoveling. Damn! That is a lot of snow. See, I'm just once I'd like to do a white Christmas. No, there's nothing to see, sweetheart. It's someone in chat saying it. I'd like to do a white Christmas. I'd like to do a little bit of skiing and all that sort of stuff. So, but I can only imagine what it's like having to deal with that shit on a regular basis. Like I would suffer. Lady Overlaw'd be in her element because, as you know, she has a broken thermometer.
Wait,
So,
can we hang this, like, somewhere where they can see it?
well, Munchkins, I've got the blur on, so unless it's hanging directly off of me, they're not going to really see it very often, so...
But I want them to be able to see it, and besides, I don't have anywhere to put it.
Well, just hang it up in the... Hang it up in the kitchen or something. There's plenty of patriotism to go around.
It's Australian.
This is Australia. See, the weird thing is, like, I woke up this morning, and for the first 20, 30 odd minutes, knowing that it was Australia Day, I actually had "We Are Australian" stuck in my head. The "I am, you are, we are Australian." And I was sitting there thinking, how many people are going to use and abuse that today? Just because they're assholes. Damn, I'm really going to have to clean the marinade off this.
Do you want 2 plates for dessert?
Do I want 2 plates for dessert?
Yeah.
Damn, we probably should have got a Lemington, actually.
What's a Lemington?
The Lemington, the cake that you eat that has the cream in the centre but the coconut on the outside. The one that the Kiwis keep claiming they made, but they really didn't? You don't know what Kiwis are?
I don't know what you mean.
I'll show you a Leamington in a bit.
Is it that thing that has the cream in the middle?
I literally just said it's the thing with the cream in the middle. Dessert, the most important part of the meal? Yes, agreed.
I got all of these. Can you show us?
I will show off. So she's gotten them all out. They're all ready to go. She's very happy. Okay.
And I did them professionally.
You did them professionally, didn't you? You did do them professional-like. Very proud of you. Mummy's making cocktails. Lady Overlaw'd just pulled the pineapple juice out of the fridge, which makes me think that she's mixing it with vodka and whatever that grape French fortified stuff is. Oh, munchkins. Sweetheart, they're all made out of paper. That was always going to happen with the first big gust of wind. Go and put them in the bin and get some fresh ones. Hey, come on. Like, seriously, they're made out of paper. What were you expecting? Scarlet, that's enough. I'm drinking Bogues. James Bogues, Premium Light. Actually, no, it's Premium. Premium. I picked one up earlier today because I was like, damn, I have not had that in years. What are my neighbours like? Neighbours on that side I haven't met. Neighbours on that side are really lovely. But I mean, that's probably part of the problem with the current situation, is that you generally don't get to meet your neighbours too much, because the camaraderie that we used to grow up, the camaraderie that we grew up with, seems to be being almost like taught out of us. So, Tooheys, Old's the best beer in Australia. Well, shouldn't you be singing the national anthem while Matilda? Nah. I was actually really irritated. A bunch of people that had written songs that are sort of quintessentially Australian came out over the last few days and said, "Don't you dare use any of these songs to represent Australia Day." And I'm just like, I kind of feel like if you specifically write a song that is designed to become an unofficial anthem of a country, you kind of lose a certain level of autonomy over that. Like, if you specifically create a song, you know, Land Down Under, or like, shit, what was the other one? Because, like, one of the lead singers from Men at Work came out and said, you know, we don't want Land Down Under associated with Australia Day. No one's allowed to sing it at any of the marches. No one's allowed to use it for Australia Day celebrations and things like that. And I'm just like, you piece of shit. Alright. But that's just my opinion on that. I think after a certain point, certain concepts or certain values sort of move beyond ownership, which is very socialist of me, I'm aware, and I don't really like it, but I am allowed to be a hypocrite on occasion. Be friendly and patriotic? Abso-friggin-lutely. Exactly, they were more than happy to make money off of it. God, this honey soy marinade just sticks to the barbecue. How long we got? 26, it's been, what, 12 minutes? Alright. So that's like, and I'm in no way being racist here. I genuinely just believe that to be quintessentially Australian, you need to accept certain values. One of which is the Aussie fair go, manners in general, and that you're going to be in a Western nation and need to adopt or at least tolerate certain ideals. Like, we went to the big shopping centre around here, Werribee Plaza, yesterday or the day before. And because little lady Overlaw'd goes back to school next week, so we had to pick up a few things, and one of which was some new school shoes. And while we were in there, Mel's sort of picking out shoes that they're looking at and that sort of thing, and so she's relatively close to the girls' section. And while she was standing there, like reaching and looking at things, a little boy, and when I say little, I'll say he was probably slightly older than little lady Overlaw'd, so 7, 8, something along those lines. He just kept pushing past her at the direction of his parents. Now, I could kind of understand it if it was him on his own, being rude, just pushing past, reaching for stuff. The thing that annoyed me is that at one point it looked like he was deliberately trying to brush against Mel's butt. I was not happy with that, by that. And it was the fact that there was no excuse me, there was no may I please get through. There were parents that were just sort of jabbering away at him, actively watching what he was doing and giving him directions in a foreign language. And so they were extremely aware of what was going on. And it was only when I looked over and glared at the mother that... And it's not even as if there was any sort of apology or, you know, excuse for the manners or anything like that. It was, she realised that I was paying attention to them. I'd glared at her. She said something else to the boy, and then at some point... Like, it didn't really seem like they gave a shit. They kept doing it for another couple of minutes and then got up and left. Without buying anything. And I'm like... So... You've invaded my wife's privacy. You've caused my daughter to get very upset because she was, like, to the point where she felt like her space was being invaded, to the point she felt to the need to come to me and cuddle my leg. And yeah, I can kind of excuse it on behalf of the boy, but I can't on behalf of the parents. If that makes sense. Guess Hayden more of a Savage Garden fan? Oh, fucking bite me. No, I did see that it was kind of sad that one of the members of Midnight Oil died the other day. So, no, the problem isn't so much racism, which I think is what a lot of people are trying to frame it as. It's just common courtesy and manners. That's not the same thing to me. Mixing up two bands, Midnight Oil and Men at Work, both are pieces of shit. Alright, getting some nice char on these, which is good. Sad that he died without renouncing his stupid political ideas. Well, you know. But anyway. It is nice to see people being patriotic, honestly. Claire O'Neill, if you ever see this, I think that you are a piece of work. And I'm looking forward to you losing your seat at the next election. But the other thing as well was that Pauline Hanson's cartoon, a very progressive, was it a super progressive movie, was released today. And it's basically an hour and a half long version of her Please Explain cartoon series taking the piss out of politicians and people being politically correct and how they're all just whingy whiny bastards and all that sort of stuff. And unfortunately I didn't get to go to the premiere because I was thinking if nothing else that'd be good for content and be quite funny to watch. But I wound up just sitting down and watching the first half of it on my TV this morning. And I really am going to see if I can reach out to Pauline and ask whether or not I can do like a view party of that in Discord or something like that. Because that movie, I think, the way that it satires shit, like, it's almost attempting to be South Park. And don't get me wrong, it's in no way South Park. But I get the ideas behind it. And the way that they satirize the shit that's going on, I think is hilarious. But what it does raise as a question for me, though, is that actually how people outside of Melbourne see Melbourne? In which case, wow, I can just pick up and fuck off and not have to deal with any of the bullshit. Glad you're the one cooking the chicken tonight. Well, to be perfectly honest, I've overcooked some of it already. But, thinking that should be okay. Get those up there so that they just stay warm for the moment. Actually, where's the thermometer? Shit, where'd the thermometer go? Oh, there. Just make sure I've actually cooked the chicken properly. Probably help if I actually knew what temperature I needed to get it to for this chicken to be safe. $74. Shit. Alright. Let's have a look. 53, 55, 57, 59, 61, 62. 66. Slowing down, and I'm about 8 degrees short of where I need to be. Shit, alright. Let's give this a blast then. Close that. Alright. Still say please and thank you. That's what high trust, well behaved cultures do. Damn straight. That's really what we need. We're learning what the bad words were, whether my mum washed my mouth out with soap. It's amazing that people just... There's no... That's entirely what it is. We've got entire generations that have faced no consequences whatsoever. And as a result, have a complete level of entitlement that is insane. So we grew up in a household, children were expected to be seen, not heard, only allowed to speak unless spoken to. Look, I'm not going to say that I would go necessarily that far, and I'm not condoning the use of, say, belts and all that sort of shit. That's horrific. What I'm saying is that there most certainly needs to be consequences for your actions. None of this mollycoddling. And I'm running into the problems with Scarlett at the moment, and I think I'm handling it well. Like, she expects to treat us like her friends, as opposed to her parents. And so, for example, when we're at the shopping centre, Mel and I were sort of holding hands, and I read about this in a parenting book where sometimes you have to establish that there is a different kind of relationship between you and your spouse than there is with your children. And so she sort of barged her way through, and I said, no, you don't treat my wife like that, you don't disrespect her like that. If you want to hold my hand, you walk on this side so that I can continue holding her hand as well. And you know, it's just little things that you got to pick up and work through and all that sort of stuff. And like she handled it well. She, you know, accepted that there were boundaries. Just waiting to see how this goes. Kids didn't curse until they're 18. Those were the rules. Not until you're grown. Fair enough. 468. I'll let that go for a little bit longer. So, but anyway. So, Australia Day. Let's break it down a little bit. There are multiple reasons why we celebrate Australia Day on January 26th. There is some debate over what day the first fleet officially started unloading convicts and came ashore and all that sort of stuff as to when they actually planted the flag. At some point between January 19th and the 25th, my understanding is, they landed at various areas around Sydney, Botany Bay, that sort of thing. And apparently it wasn't until the 26th that the flag was raised and a speech was given at the time. And that was sort of the official start of what people are calling colonisation of Australia. What I find far more important is it was also used as the date in 1948, I believe. Hang on, let me just double check. No, that is not what I want. The Australian Citizenship Act, 1948, that's what I wanted. So the Australian Citizenship Act, which was was effective as of January 26, 1949, basically established Australian citizenship. Prior to that, everyone that still existed in Australia were British citizens. So the day that everybody actually became Australian citizens, and that's not just, you know, white colonials, that's everyone that the laws applied to. So effectively, if you are Indigenous and you have citizenship, that's the day that it was officially granted as well. That, to me, is a little more important, as bad as it sounds, because that's the day when everyone sort of actually became true Australian citizens. Now, there's the argument that maybe it should be the 1st of January for when the Federation was established and all that sort of stuff. Personally, I kind of feel like that conflicts with New Year's Day. No, it's not burning. I've got a good char going on some of them, and I just wanted to make sure that the chicken is actually properly cooked. Like I said, there's a little bit of a char going. It's fine. They're chicken wings. They're supposed to have a char. And they're also at temperature now. Do you want, are you able to grab the rest of the meat? Thank you. Get these off the grill. Some of them are burnt, don't tell her. I was too busy talking to you guys. Damn it, she heard that. But I mean, here's the thing. Back in the day, we were taught patriotism. Like, every week at school assembly, you would sit, they would play the anthem, you would stand if you could, you would sing it if you could, if you remembered the words. First two verses, because no one ever did the third. But you were taught to actually have a little bit of pride in your nation. Now, I don't know if it's deliberate or systematic or whatever else, but it feels like it is being deliberately shoved by the wayside so that we have no pride in our country, in our culture. And the hilarious thing is that seems like it's backfired massively, because the most recent polls were like 70% of the younger generation now coming through are saying, no, we don't want to change the date of Australia. We don't want people coming through and, assaulting our culture, for lack of a better phrase. And could make an argument for Anzac Day as well, since that was the time when the Aussies fought as a standalone unit under the Commonwealth. That's also a good point. You know what? I'm just going to use a little bit of beer. There we go. Whoa! Note to self, do not put beer on barbecue. I forgot that there's alcohol content in beer. Nothing, Munchkin. Whoops. Because I didn't think to bring a glass of water with me. It's fine, I can wait until you bring the meat out. That was actually really stupid. Glad I was standing back on that. So, pride in your nation, creators of the country. Well, yeah, they're already inside the house, sweetie.
Do you want the burgers or not? I don't reckon we'll need them.
You don't want the burgers?
I reckon we just save them. I'll bring out a couple of sausages.
Alright. So, for the offerings for meat today, we have some lovely lamb chops and a beautifully aged Scotch fillet, which is going to be going on the heat. So, taught to be proud of my country, never ashamed. Okay to be ashamed of the leadership, however. Abso-friggin-lutely. And I am absolutely ashamed of the current state of our leadership. Thank you, sweetheart. That's not out of the fridge, is it? No, good. Okay, this time, no fire. Okay. Actually, tell you what, can you bring me the plastic spatula? How many sausages?
Maybe 3.
3?
Angel will eat one.
You're going to give one to the dog? Well, I suppose she's as Aussie as the rest of us, isn't she? No, not the pink one. I definitely don't want the pink one. Where's the pork sausage? No pork sausage. We did beef. So, which I believe are regular, not... what kind of grill am I using? It's a 4-burner gas. I bought it just before Christmas, so still breaking it in. Leaders are not for your nation, they're captured by the unnameable international clique. Well, I mean, look, I'll be... do not have Australia's interests at heart. I mean, we saw it very much with the hate speech laws passing, because there were various people from our Conservative Party that specifically said, no, we will absolutely not vote for this, irrespective. Day comes, they flip-flop, and immediately they're voting to pass it. And now people are saying, oh, the people that said that they weren't going to vote for it are the ones that should replace the current leader of the opposition. And all I have to say to that is, if they were willing to flip-flop on something as important as the hate speech laws, yeah, flip-flop. Thank you, sweetheart.
More like flip.
Woo, that's hot.
Yeah, Mama had something.
Mummy had to wash it, did she? Okay. You can't see it, but the dog's right, like, there, and she is just drooling. Thank you, Angel. I will take that as a good indictment on my barbecuing abilities.
Could I stay out here with you?
You can stay out here if you want, sweetheart. Alright, let's sear the steak. You don't want to what?
I don't want to go in the camera.
No, you can go in the camera.
No, I just feel like I was...
Have they banned usage of the term WEF in Australia? No, but a lot of people are kept in the dark about the WEF. Like, for example, if I was to explain the concept to Lady Overlaw'd, she would have absolutely no clue. Yum. What, you want more sausage?
Angel needs another.
Angel needs another sausage. Okay. Alright, get the lamb chops on as well. Get them toasting away. WEF's just a distraction organisation for who's pulling the real strings. Well. Do I want a burger? I kind of do, but I don't, because they were Safeway burgers, but they are Angus, so I'm willing to give them a try, but if they're terrible, I won't be surprised. Okay, bring one out. So. But, yeah, and the fact that they're now proposing these people to be leaders of the opposition, and, like, so, because the coalition was made up of our two main conservative parties, the Liberal Party and the Nationals, who are basically your regional rural farming party. For those of you that remember Pistol and Boo getting into trouble with Barnaby Joyce, he was from the Nationals. Well, the hate speech stuff caused basically what they've called irreconcilable differences, and the Nationals are now saying that they want nothing to do with the Liberal Party, and have walked away.
Angel, I would really like to get in there, please. Can I have a plate?
Yeah, you can have a plate. There you go.
Angel!
Now, as to that, I have no confidence whatsoever that the Nationals are going to stick to that. Because frankly, if they were serious about what they were doing, they absolutely would be teaming up with Pauline Hanson and One Nation and probably the Palmer United Party and actually creating a serious conservative voting bloc.
Dada, look at where that smoke behind you.
Yeah, I know there's smoke.
It looks so cool, though.
Well, we're not the only ones having barbecues, sweetheart, so yeah, there's going to be a bit of smoke. Oh, yeah.
I can
Steak
see
looks
that
good.
fire, though. It's like... Oh. I'm gonna go put my shoes on.
When I hit the like, it turned into a knife and fork briefly. Really? Remember in years past we went to your ceremony, everyone was quiet out of respect? Yes. No. So, Chadwick, what happened was Safeway, both the US and American, were originally the same company. But we had a different one called Woolworths here, and it was only in the last sort of 10 years that they've officially formally rebranded everything from Safeway to Woolworths. So, spoon and fork, but there's no spoon and fork emote. Oh, there you go. Woolworths in the US got a bad rap during the Civil Rights Movement. Really? See you, Fiery. Best of luck, bud. It's kind of like how we have Burger King here, but it's called Hungry Jack's instead of Burger King.
Really?
Angel's blocking your seat now?
No, I can sit it.
Okay.
Just have to parkour.
You just have to parkour, do you? Okay. Alrighty.
It looks like snow to me. This one looks smoky.
Still the same. Respect. Wish you could say the same. One would taught me. Well, honestly, the way things are going, I'm actually half tempted to see whether or not there's someone in America that can adopt me. Because unfortunately, it really looks like the homegrown patriots are just going to get themselves wiped out.
Whoa!
Are you right there? Either stop making noises when there's fire or go inside, okay? They'd counter service food like a diner. It was whites only. Wow, okay. Check the steak. Did I make enough for everybody? There's certainly chicken wings to go around. I only really have the one steak and the one burger because apparently Lady Overlaw'd did not want a burger today. So, but there are definitely sausages. And there's a couple of lamb chops, although you'll have to fight Lady Overlaw'd for those. Lamb chops are chops that come out of lambs, sweetheart. Bambi? That's a deer. Lady Overlaw'd's like, lamb chops? That's Bambi. No, it's not Bambi. It's negative 19.44 in non-freedom units. Wow, that sucks. No, you cannot fill that up with water. My power cable is right there. With your Aussie degree, could you take the bar exam in the US state for admittance? So there are 3 states where I'd be able to do that. One is New York, the other one's California, and I can't remember the third one. Apparently, though, if I take the one in New York, that has the most mutual recognition to other states in the US. I did look into this. Alright, that one's warmer than that one, so I'm going to move those sausages around. I'll just say the moon's out. Probably. Oh, it is too. You've been banned from Houston. Something about strip clubs and pictures? What? No idea what anyone's talking about there. We didn't actually wind up going to any strip clubs. A little disappointing, actually. We were supposed to go the day that Jeff had his edible and then had the really bad reaction. Sorry? We'll probably need more plates and cups in a minute. You and Jeff first visit here. I saw pictures. So that would have been the like adult show at Matsuri. That wasn't an actual strip club. It was cosplayers that were like they'd come out in costume and then strip down to like pasties or whatever else. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can class an auditorium with like 3,000 people crammed in as a strip club where you're literally like hundreds of feet away from the stage. What? What do you mean, what? I told you all about that. Lady Overlord's in the background going, really?
7-year-old.
Yeah, alright, you got me there. Me in Perth? No, I'm in Melbourne. Of course I miss him, Jude. Every day.
Dad, I got water in this.
What'd you get water in?
This.
Okay, just be careful.
I got water. Dad, do you need water?
Oh, guys, take it easy. She was just asking a question. It's all good.
Wait.
Oh, you're in Adelaide? Oh, really? How's the weather over there? I saw that there were some areas in South Australia that got like 49 degrees today, so hope everything's alright over there. What's wrong, Munchkins?
Do you need water?
I do not need water at the moment. 44, damn.
I got a little bit.
Okay, just be careful. For those of you wanting freedom units, that's 111. Damn. Oh, excuse me.
Whoa, look at that. Puddle
What'd you say? Puddle of what?
expanding.
Oh. Please don't spill water on your computer, sweetheart. It was overcast in Sydney.
Get the water out.
So, Jaron, I know you attended. How did things play out? Because I'm seeing various things on social media claiming a number of different things. Not a lot of which I believe, if I'm honest. I mean, of course, you can have people on both sides saying that the opposing rallies were small and not well attended and all that sort of stuff. 42 tomorrow. Yikes. Oh, alright. I think it's time to start putting some of this into a tin, if I'm honest. Got the trusty silver tin. Can at least get the chicken wings out, which will be good. People made fun of us here in the US, refer to them as freedom units. Don't hear many laughing now. Look, that's fair, if I'm honest. Alright. Actually, you know what? I'll let the lamb sit there for a second as well. I'm assuming that burger's cooked. Steak looks good. It's kind of difficult to fuck up a steak, if I'm perfectly honest, but let's have a look just in case. It was good. It was small at first, but once it got to 12:30, attendance got high. I think there were more at previous ones though. Oh, that's a shame. Because I thought people said that that it actually seemed like there were more this time around. So, internal temperature of the steak 130, so 54 to 57. Okay. Oh, well, I cleared that. Damn, that steak's over then. Oh well. Oh, no, Bub, it's fine. And like I said, I wasn't particularly fussed. I mean... Yeah. But no, it's all good. And if people want to ask questions like that, I'm fine with it too. I just, you know.
How far off is it?
2 minutes. Just making sure that your sausages are properly cooked without burning them. Assuming that burger's alright. Take that off and put that away. We all miss Jeff for sure and get protective of Aussie. I don't have an issue with people getting protective of me either. So, cheers, Kerry. I'll probably wrap up here in a second. I just want to make sure that Mel's sausages are well and truly cooked. Is there anything better than a tray full of meat, though? I can tell you right now, she's going to get cranky about the char grill on the, what do you call it? On the wings. She's not going to let me leave it down. There's the steak, which looks great. I'm just worried about this one sausage because it's a little pinker than the rest of them. Yes, there is a belly full of meat. Fair, I will give you that. Is the grill any safer than the oven? Mandy, with your cooking skills, I'm going to say probably not, because I can imagine you getting burnt. Speaking of a tray full of meat, when are you going to go to that barbecue place Stingy keeps talking about? It's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe... because I'd probably have to take a day off from work and do it during the day. So... I think he would have loved this. Reminds me of his camping streams. I'm not going to lie, it's part of the reason I thought it'd be a good idea to do this. And, like, not to cast shade, but it's also to prove to people that you can do a cooking stream and just chat. You know? Burned cookies. Yeah, well, you fell asleep. That's how you burned your cookies. Alright, give them a quick blast. I think that should do it. So I'll get that water out and start cleaning that grill again, I think. Get some of the char off. So what did he used to say? All you need is meat, salt, pepper, and fire. Alright, I think that should about do it, folks. So, it's a little charcoal, but, you know, could be worse, so I'll just cut that off. Got some nice lamb going, which I'm very happy about. And a beef snag. Oop, hang on. There we go. Beef snag. So. Don't know if I'm going to be able to actually get it in the frame, but there we go. Nice tray full of meat. There we go. No, I agree. A little char is good. It's just the Lady Overlaw'd doesn't see it that way. So. Alright. Barbecue is off. Alright, folks, I'm going to head inside and eat some meat. That's going to get clipped. But, happy Australia Day. Thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company while I cooked. And as always, please remember, you're not a piece of shit. You have every right to enjoy your life. You have every right to enjoy the peace and serenity. Yeah. What's up?
I want to say hi.
You want to say hi? Okay, talk to the microphone.
Bye-bye.
But as always, stay healthy, wealthy, wise, people, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Hopefully more frequently, provided she starts learning to go to bed at a decent hour, and I'm less tired getting back from work. So, but never gonna say that. Peace out, peeps. Oh, well, goes without saying. Trigger warning.
And again, on your way out, please do me the favor of hit the like and subscribe button if you're so inclined. It costs nothing. It's absolutely free. And we'll be friends forever. Bye now.
This shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.